What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of the internet? Welcome back to the Underachievers Podcast, episode 2. The podcast about nothing in particular, where we just shoot the shit. We got no video feed this particular episode because of internet problems and whatnot, so we're doing it live. I think it's Bill O'Reilly who says we're doing it live. Yeah. Okay. There's the reference from last podcast that I didn't
Good old
get.
the O'Reilly factor.
Yeah, the O'Reilly factor. But yeah, this is the Underachievers Podcast. We don't really have a set subject matter. We're just going to shoot the shit, do would you rathers, random questions from the internet, tell stories of duck rape, things of that nature. We're going to get a little bit weird today.
This week on Dateline,
yes.
Duck rape.
Duck rape. Yeah, welcome to the Underachievers Podcast. My name is Jacoby, aka the Habitual Pixel. I do gaming stuff on the internet sometimes, so you should go and like it. This is my buddy Big Nasty Productions of youtube.com/BigNastyFilms. He does stuff on the internet too, don't you? Tell the people what you do.
I do original shorts and film podcasts, and coming soon some comic comparison podcasts, as well as fun with guns.
Yes, we're gonna get some firearms up in this motherfucker. But this is the Underachievers Podcast. We don't really have a set topic for these things. We just kind of start recording.
Yeah, we pretty much just talked it, and that's about it.
So if you guys seem to enjoy our last episode, the views were decent for a channel of my size, so I think you guys are liking what we're doing, so we're going to keep doing it. But yeah, let's start off with a Would You Rather, shall we?
Let's do it. That was my game show.
Oh, here's one that oddly fitting to a story that's going to come up in this episode.
Nice.
Would you rather be constantly followed by 32 ducks the rest of your life, or have arms that were 4 meters long?
After seeing the viciousness of grouping of ducks, I would say that I would rather have the arms that are 4 meters long. I feel like I'd be from those, what is it, Mr. Happy or whatever?
Yeah.
With the little dudes. Mr. Angry or whatever, those guys.
That is what you'd look like. I think I'd have to go with the ducks, even though we witnessed a brutal act, because it doesn't say the ducks would be a bother to you.
Oh, those little bastards were like a group of Latin kings on a young white girl.
Yeah, that was bad. And so was that joke, but that's okay. It doesn't say the ducks would be assholes if they're following you around. But
That's true. They could be like a bunch of Daffys and Donalds just following you around.
You'd think people might still get, somebody invites you to a nice dinner at their parents' house or something. You show up with 32 ducks, and they're not expecting all the ducks, and then all of a sudden there's duck poop all over everywhere, and they're messing up the dinner table.
Or you just brought dinner.
There's an interesting twist. And you brought leftovers, too.
Yeah.
32 ducks could feed an army. Well, that took an interesting turn now, didn't it? Okay, let's do one more. Would you rather? Would you rather get into a gunfight with a pellet pistol or go to a knife fight with a butter knife?
I think I'd rather still go to a knife fight with a butter knife, because, enough force, you're still stabbing somebody. Mm-hmm. Whereas a pellet gun compared to, let's say, what's the other guy got? It doesn't tell us, so we'll go ahead and say a 45.
Sure.
You're not winning that.
No.
There's no chance in hell.
Even if he misses twice, you're still not missing a third time, probably.
A butter knife, on the other hand, powerfully thrusted into your trachea.
Yeah, if you put a George Carlin spin on that, he's just like, you could murder somebody with the Sunday New York Times if you wanted to. It'd just take you a really long time. Or what if you just had really big hands? I don't know. That's classic George Carlin. But I'd have to agree, probably the butter knife, because at least,
You still do technically stand a fighting chance.
You stand a fighting chance where, I think a normal person can take a few pellets to the chest before they eat.
Besides, your eye socket's not going to be able to take a butter knife, so yeah, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Or, on the other hand, you could just whip the pellet pistol at him and run.
I guess that's true, yeah.
I guess, but you don't want to run from a man with a gun, because then he has time to aim, basically. Or just zigzag.
Yeah, running zigzag.
Serpentine maneuvers, if you will.
Serpentine.
Yeah, would you rathers are fun. You want to kick off with the interesting duck tale from the other day?
Yeah, I think we should.
Sure. So I'll set it up. We were going to see X-Men Days of Future Past, which we reviewed, and you can see on my channel if you just click it. And we went to the park afterwards. There's a park in our hometown called Vic Park. It's just like a downtown kind of, it's a public park, but it's surrounded by buildings and stuff, so there's not a whole...
hippies.
And hippies. Lots of filthy guitar-playing hipsters in there. But anyways, there's not a whole lot of wildlife, the odd squirrel and whatnot. But we witnessed something I've never seen in nature before. What did we see?
Randomly out of the air came crashing a brown mallard duck, who was then followed and trampled upon by several other mallard ducks, the original duck being a female, and the latter of the ducks being all males.
Yes. We think we witnessed some sort of, like, I don't know. It was bad. Like, it bordered on gang initiation / prison rape. I don't know. There's something weird going on here.
It was essentially the same sort of scene out of a train stop in New Delhi.
Yeah.
There seemed to just be this massive grouping of ducks raping and beating this other duck.
Yeah, and it wasn't like it was a free-for-all brawl or something. It was 8-on-1.
We had noticed that there was something under these ducks. It almost looked like they were jumping on it.
They were, yeah, they were.
And then I noticed it was another duck, so I proceeded to run at them to try and get them to disperse and leave said duck alone.
Yes, because...
At which point, two of the ducks grabbed the other duck by the throat and dragged it into a bush.
I shit you not, I saw this with my own eyes. It was friggin' weird, man. Like, I would have thought it was just, animals being animals, up until the dragging into the bush part. Like, what the hell, man? It's so weird.
Yeah, these guys wanted to keep the body when they were done.
Yes, this was a malicious act of violence, duck-on-duck racism, if you will. And we witnessed it firsthand. It was
At first, that's what I thought it was. Perhaps
racism,
because the duck who was being assaulted, being accosted, if you will, that duck was a brown-headed duck, whereas the other ducks were all green-headed ducks.
Yes, so we thought it might be a case of racism, but
duck-on-duck crime.
Yes, as anyone with more intelligence than us will realize, the brown ducks are the female ones. So there might have been sexual motivations with it. All in all, it was just one of the strangest things I've ever seen.
Well, and on contemplating it afterwards, I realized there's a good chance that this duck was actually wanting this. It sounds strange, I know. But when I tried to chase the ducks away the first time, initially, the brown duck was even looking back at me, almost yelling, like, I want this.
Yeah, this is okay. This is just my,
This is my thing.
This is my Monday afternoon.
The Jenna Jameson of ducks.
Yeah, she likes the attention, maybe. I don't know what it is. Yeah, so that's weird. That's the weirdest thing I've seen all week, and yeah,
that's probably the weirdest thing I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, so we did our best to protect the female duck. She managed to get
we managed to get them all away from her.
Yeah, we got all the other ducks away from her. She didn't make an escape by any means, but we definitely saved the day, saved that duck's poor life, and one of the most funniest things I've heard in ages. After we do this, after we're done, I get it. We were getting weird looks because we're a bunch of grown men chasing a group of ducks around.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a bit of weird. But out comes this older couple who walks past us, and the older gentleman says, "You guys aren't, like, doing stuff to the ducks, are you? You guys aren't messing with the ducks." This man thought perhaps this group of 23 men in their mid to late 20s were just fucking with ducks in a public park, like punting them around or something.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, no kidding, you said something. That would have been wildly inappropriate. But it wasn't. We were trying to do a good deed.
Although if I was punting ducks, I would have probably just told them to fuck off.
Oh, yeah, if you're the kind of person who punts ducks in public.
The duck punter.
The duck punter. It kind of comes with the territory, you need that.
It's actually kind of a cool title.
You need that sense of badassery that comes with being a duck punter. But no, we weren't punting the ducks.
We unfortunately never did see if the female duck ever made it out of the bush.
No, she had post-traumatic stress or something.
Well, they were biting at her back of her neck and doing all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah, it was weird, like really weird, just strange, just duck on duck violence on a level I have never witnessed before. And there's ducks across the street from my house in the park all the time. Never seen something like this.
I've never seen any animal do that. What kind of animals have weird gang rapings?
I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never seen coordinated attacks.
I mean, I know humans do.
But... Yeah, but we're awful creatures,
yeah.
Right? But ducks, they're supposed to be all pure and innocent, and they just sail around and quack. And...
I expect my ducks to be smarter than people.
They would be the ones running this earth if they were smarter than us, but... Hey, humans. Yeah, that's our duck story. I don't know. Strange. I don't know what else to even comment on that matter.
They were trying to go after the gooseberries.
Yes, the gooseberries. Here's a would you rather. Would you rather have unlimited money but no access to women, or be surrounded by women and be dirt poor?
Well, now let me ask you this. If you have unlimited money, how are you therefore denied any access to women?
I don't know.
I feel like you could, this might sound bad, buy some.
A little medieval, yes, but still for the right price, I'm sure you could buy a human being.
You mean you're bad at women?
Yeah.
Feel like you can't catch them?
There's something a little bit 12th century about that statement, I know, but yeah, you'd figure unlimited money, you could definitely buy the company of somebody, whatever your fancy would be. But let's say hypothetically you just weren't allowed.
All right, fine, yeah.
You weren't allowed to see the other gender, but could buy and, buy houses,
Could
cars,
I build
anything
a
you
sex
want.
robot?
Sure, I think so. I think that falls
That's
under.
woman-like.
I think that falls under the realm of acceptable.
In both
this
appearance
scenario.
and feel.
Yes, I believe, given the unlimited funds, I believe that would fall in the realm of acceptable.
Then I will take the money.
Then I will take.
In the words of Leonardo DiCaprio, I've been a poor man and I've been a rich man, and I choose rich every time.
Yep, exactly. I'm gonna go the other
I
route.
probably got that backwards, but
I get the quote. I'm gonna pick be surrounded by women but poor. Actually, no, I changed my mind completely.
Yeah, see, what's wrong with you?
I just thought for a second. I do rather like the company of women.
Because if you got a bunch of women but you're poor, A, you're not eating.
Yeah, it's
B,
true.
you got no condoms.
Yeah,
You can't afford condoms.
can't take a woman out. Can't.
So
afford a condom.
you got risky life there.
Mm-hmm.
Might get the HIV.
Yeah, on top of just being poor generally sucks.
Yeah, being poor does suck.
Yeah, I think I'd take the women the women. Give me the women. No, I would take the money and the celibacy because I can. Oh, sorry, kitty. I can probably live with money easier than I can live with no money.
Well, not to mention, I mean, like if I have no money but I'm getting vagine, as opposed to having tons of money but getting no vagine, I can always masturbate, whereas I can't use that to buy stuff.
It's true.
Although I guess I could do some sort of trade.
Yeah, certain
Give me 12 heads of cattle for this girl.
certain countries of the world, maybe. Certain millennias.
I'll take them all down to good old Pakistan and make myself some camel trades.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, a fine camel's worth its weight in gold. All right, another would you rather. Never mind, that was dumb.
Oh, right then.
It was just would you rather.
Just like me.
Would you rather drink a beer with a raw egg in it or drink a beer with a tablespoon of castor oil in it?
Yeah, I'm gonna go raw egg.
Wow, that's a
Who
weird
the
one.
hell wants to drink castor oil?
Sorry, I'm just reading these as I read them. People, I would have skipped that one.
You sick bastard.
I'd rather drink a beer with an egg in it, even though that sounds awful too. But
A beer with an egg in it.
castor oil, that's not for humans. That's for cars.
That is not for your consumption.
All right, one more before I throw in another random topic. Okay. Would you rather be caught at home watching Sex and the City by yourself or be caught in a bar with a pink martini in your hand?
Well, I believe both have happened to me.
Yes, I was going to say I've done both of those things. 100%. Watch Sex and the City by myself, and I've definitely drank girly drinks at bars.
It was far less embarrassing when I got caught watching Sex and the City because then my male friend then also started to watch Sex and the City with me.
Yeah, he's just like...
That was actually even odder, though.
Yeah, well, there's
was
a
strange.
funny twist. It was just like, bro, you watching Sex and the City? Yeah. So are you...
Oh, man, is this the one where Samantha dumps that dude?
Yeah, just like sits down, grabs the popcorn. Yeah, no. If I had to pick one of those, like, those don't really... Neither one of those...
I'm a total Samantha.
You're total Smith. I don't know any of the other characters. Is Carrie one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I know one. Carrie. And now I know two. Samantha. I haven't watched much Sex in the City, but I've watched it a little bit. And, it's an okay show.
It's not an okay show. It's horrible.
Oh, well, fuck. I'm judging off the 10 to 20 minutes.
No one is allowed to have opinions.
Oh, okay. But as far as drinking girly drinks, though, I definitely prefer my beer and my rum and coke. But there's nothing wrong with a pink martini. I bet you that shit tastes like delicious.
Not to mention, if you get caught watching Sex and the City alone, it means it's obviously by someone who's close to you. Whereas if you're just caught at a random bar drinking girly drink, that could end your night badly.
Potentially, it just depends on the level of fucks you give. And
If you're in somewhere like, let's say, I don't know, Waco, Texas.
Yes, I guess.
You might have a rough night ahead of you.
Yeah,
if you're drinking a Cosmo at the end of the bar.
Yes.
bar called Steeds.
Yeah, a bar called Joe's Truck Stop or something like that. I'll have the pink martini.
I guess Steeds sounds more like a gay
but
bar.
I bet you a pink martini
Pink
tastes
martinis
like
would go over well there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I bet you it tastes like bubble gum though. So.
Or cotton candy.
Cotton candy. I don't like cotton candy.
Oh, I love cotton candy.
It's so, I don't know what it is about it, but the sugar in it is just...
The fact that it tastes like you're eating insulation, is that maybe?
The texture of it's definitely insulation-esque, for sure.
It's like, oh, this cotton candy is delicious. Oh, that's a mothball.
Yes. It's like, oh, there's little bits of glass in here. Okay.
My tummy feels funny.
Alright, that was an interesting Would You Rather, for sure. Let's pick a random question off my question list. How about this one? Jesus returns and you're, for some reason, the first to see him. What do you say?
What up, bro?
Good answer. Be like, how's your dad? Oh, okay. Because it would be a little bit of a sensitive question, I would feel. Just like,
What up, bro? Sorry to hear about your dad.
Yeah. It's like, bro, I got this help. I need help with a boulder in my backyard. I hear you move boulders.
Like, I don't know if you're looking for him, but it's 2014. It's been gone a while.
Mm-hmm. He's been gone a while. Yeah, I don't know what I'd say. I'd just be like, or how about this one? You got some splaining to do.
Right. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. You fucked up. Yeah, I don't know what I'd really, say. Yeah, I'm not a very religious dude, so I don't have any quirky, witty things to say in this situation. So we're gonna move along.
I'd be like, "How's it hanging?"
Yeah, how's it hanging, Jeebus? But do you have any nails? Like, okay, we're now into crucifixion jokes.
I have this very strange cross to bear.
Yeah. All right, crucifixion jokes, everybody. Hell yeah! Welcome to the Underachievers Podcast. Let's move along. What movie would be amazing with Godzilla versus before its title?
Jesus. While we're on the subject, I think that would probably be the best Godzilla movie.
Godzilla
versus Jesus. An epic showdown of two titans.
Godzilla versus the Passion of the Christ.
One developed in the sea with nuclear waste. Another gave up his life for our sins.
I know it's not a real movie, but what about Godzilla versus Simple Jack?
Yeah, that would be good too. Or even just Jack, the Robin Williams film.
Yeah, there you go. I was thinking, Godzilla versus Forrest Gump.
Godzilla. I think I'd rather watch Godzilla versus Bubba.
Yeah, well, that would be it. Or Lieutenant Dan. Lieutenant Dan versus Godzilla. Mama always told me life is like a box of chocolates. So sometimes you get Godzilla.
You can always have Godzilla versus Batman.
Yeah.
Screw Batman versus Superman. Throw Godzilla in there.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. What else? Godzilla versus the Triumph of the Will. Godzilla versus the entire Third Reich. Oh my god, that'd be an awesome movie.
Godzilla versus Nazis.
Yeah, man, that'd be so awesome. It's like the American secret weapon. They just, at the very end of the war, they just send Godzilla into Third Reich Germany. Oh, that is an awesome video game waiting to be made right there. I don't even think I need to say another title. That one wins.
I think that's the winner right there.
Godzilla versus the Third Reich. All right. Would you like a Would You Rather?
Why not?
Sure.
The lady doth protest too much.
Would you rather be a famous rapper or a notorious mobster?
Oh, notorious mobster. You kidding me?
I'd probably pick rapper just for practicality. Rappers get shot less than mobsters. Not
That's not necessarily true at all.
No, not much less, but arguably less, a little bit.
I don't know, but it's a notorious mobster.
Oh, okay.
So we're talking, you know what I mean? You're a high up guy.
You might be a made man.
And unless you're, running your mouth and being stupid like certain people who I'm not going to say anything about because
certain people of various '90s hip hop affiliations.
Yeah, I mean, you got more chance of getting shot, I think, as a rapper. As long as you know what I mean. You're not doing any, like, you're not gaudy. You're not running your lips and talking everywhere. Getting your picture all over.
Yeah. I think that's how I would be if I was a mobster.
Be like a Sicilian-style mobster.
Yeah, I'd like, Yakuza style even.
Yeah, there you go. That's the top.
Yeah, you know what you hear about the Yakuza, especially in North America? Almost nothing. That's because they don't advertise it. You know what?
I would definitely go with that. Because if you're a rapper too, you're just pretending to be a monster.
Yeah, I guess
that's why it seems like most of them get shot more.
Yeah. Well, they do. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Would you rather only listen to bagpipe music the rest of your life?
Nice.
Or only listen to banjo music the rest of your life? Damn.
Trouble in the ears or trouble in the stomach? I feel a bagpipe. I feel it in the stomach. I'm going to go with bagpipes.
Yeah, I'd go with bagpipes too. Even though there's this, I live across the street from a park, and there's this guy on the opposite end of the park, who he hasn't done it in a while, but every once in a while he has bagpipes, and he'd just come out into his backyard and just wail on the bagpipes for solid couple hours.
Yeah, it seems like
no big deal, just wailing on the bagpipes, and it gets a little bit annoying, but I think there's the twang of the banjo would get real old real quick, I think.
Although you could always play out the porch scene from Deliverance over and over and over again.
Yeah. But how many, well, I believe that's the dueling banjos before.
Until the retarded kid bites you in the hand.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I could live out that particular scene in a row.
Especially if you're actually letting the kid bite you.
Yeah, you don't want that. It's just getting an infection.
Get an infection.
Here's a weird... Yeah, let's get weird, shall we? Fight a shark with bare arms or fight a bear with shark arms?
Ooh.
Because my immediate thought was, fight a bear with shark arms. What the hell kind of arms do sharks have? He's still a bear. He'll still bite your neck. He just happens to have shark arms.
And you're essentially just bitch slapping him with flippers.
Yeah, he'd be slapping you with flippers, but he'd still have a friggin' like a maul.
What are fins, sorry. And what's
fins.
the one on your back? Is that a dorsal fin on the back?
Yeah, I think so. Or a shark with friggin' arms of a bear. A shark with claws. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I think I'd want the bear arms.
Yeah, I think I'd want the... Oh, I don't know. I'm not much of a swimmer, though. I'm thinking a shark with bear arms could just get me pretty damn quickly. Especially if I'm in his territory.
Both of these random animal concoctions seem very impractical.
Yes, well, welcome to Would You Rather. where the rules are made up and the points don't matter.
It's a shark bear.
Bear.
It's a bear shark.
Man-bear shark. I'm probably going to go with the bear with shark arms, because at least I think his speed would be decreased with fins. He'd kind of just be flopping along a little bit, and as long as they stay out of reach.
He'd essentially look like he's having an epileptic seizure the entire time he's on land.
Yeah, as long as I stay out of reach of his jaws, I think I should be okay.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's what I'd have to go with. Yes, do you have a topic in mind, or do you want another one from the old list? Excuse me, kitty.
I think we should probably just go from your old list, because I actually am drawing a blank.
Sure.
Like most times I have to make hard decisions in life, I'm drawing a blank.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Here's an interesting one, potentially. What is the disadvantages of being male? Because in a lot of respects, males have had...
disadvantages?
I was going to say, in a lot of respects, males have had an advantage over females all throughout history. What are some disadvantages?
You can't be a lesbian.
Okay, that's one. That's a valid point.
I think that's about the only disadvantage, really.
I was gonna say the penis and the emotions that go into thinking with your wiener.
You hate your penis?
No, I don't. I'm rather fond of it, actually. But it's the making decisions due to
you bastard.
We'll say how easily susceptible we are to hormones. There we go. That's what I'd say is a major disadvantage of males, as well as of course, I can't speak for all of us.
So having lower brain functions.
Yes, being dumber is a major disadvantage.
Being dumber is good not.
Yeah, women be so smart and pretty. No, that's definitely one. I guess I'm looking up some things that people answered here. This question's from Ask Reddit for anyone who's wondering. Some top answers are non-consensual infant circumcision. Wow, never thought of that one. Jesus. Apparently 90% of workplace deaths are male.
Well, that makes sense, because we have 90% of the jobs.
Ooh. But I guess that goes hand in hand with being being dumber. We have a 3-to-1 ratio of being more susceptible to suicide. I don't know. These are
well, that makes sense, because, if a guy can't get a chick, he's left to his own devices. A chick can't get a dude, she gets a chick.
Yeah, or just, functions without... or functions without it. Like a groundbreaking concept that is.
Yeah, guy, you're gonna get blisters on your fingers.
Yeah, I don't mind the non-consensual infant circumcision. If they would have asked me, I would have said no. So I'm glad they didn't. So,
yeah, definitely.
There you go.
That's a good point.
Let's see if there's any other, good answers to this. Not really. Males do have an advantage.
And that concludes the show.
Yeah, and that concludes the most misogynist, sexist portion of the Underachievers. No, I don't mean to come off sounding that way, but, our disadvantages aren't all that many, but I think the major ones are our general lack of intelligence and understanding. That's got to be the most realistic one.
Yeah,
overall.
Probably.
Because we lucked out when it came to strength and stuff like that, so, we got to have disadvantages somewhere.
We make fire and wheel.
Yeah, we make fire real good. We bring home food and get lady. No. This question is just making me think of men as idiots, so I'm going to move along. Because, we're not all bad, Okay. What, let me see. Doopa-doopa-doo-doo. What is something you think is never, underline never, going to happen? Top answers being zombies, alien invasion, etc., etc. And the top-rated comment might be a sense of sarcasm here. Anything outselling The Lion King is best-selling VHS of all time.
Well, considering they don't make VHS anymore. Right?
Whoever put that answer, you're clever. I like you. What's just never gonna happen? It doesn't say in our lifetime or period. Let's change it to our lifetime. What do you think we're never gonna see? Legalization of pot. I think we're definitely gonna see that. Space travel, like consumer space travel. We'll say.
Oh, okay. For a minute there, I thought you were living in 1943.
Well, going to the moon. No.
That was the 60s, but still.
Yeah, we'll say.
What is this? Days of Future Past? We're jumping all over the place.
Yeah, with no real, perspective. I'd say consumer space travel. Like a tourist style.
Yeah, I highly doubt that'll ever happen.
I want it to happen. I will definitely. I want some other people to do the trial runs and the beta runs, and yeah, once they figure out and kink out or remove all the kinks in space tourism, I definitely like to see the Earth from orbit. I think that'd be cool as fuck, but it's probably not gonna get to. It might happen, but it's not gonna be affordable in our lifetime. I don't think. What do you think we'll never see in our lifetime? But like self-driving cars, you think we'll see that Jetson style self-driving cars?
I think it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I know nothing about.
Yeah, I don't know
quantum mechanics or physics.
Yeah. I've heard a little bit about magnetic roads and like using that to guide cars, like the magnets in the roads.
Like kind of like trolleys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of. But assisted by the
so essentially we're driving bumper cars? Is that...
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind automated cars because I'm not really one for driving. I don't exactly have my full G license or anything, and I'm a, quote-unquote grown man.
I love how you quoted that.
Well, legally I'm a grown man, but if you look at my toy and movie collection, you might think otherwise. But one thing that appeals to me is just pressing a button that says take me to work, and what do I do on my way is get ready for my day at work or something and not have to worry about actually driving and not killing myself and my passengers.
Yes, well, the Jetson style would be nice, but the only problem with the Jetson style is you're never on land. You're literally where you are or you're in space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. They never really show what happened to Earth.
No, every time you're just in these domes that are way above Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
Earth is apparently absolutely horrible.
Yeah, that's one thing that's a dark twist on the Jetsons. I never thought about that.
It's a post-apocalyptic dystopian future.
Yeah, Jetsons might be the.
We're only the upper class. We're able to. It's essentially Elysium.
Yeah,
Elysium is the other side of the Jetsons.
There we go. Yeah, the Jetsons is like the future version of Elysium. The sequel, if you will. That's an interesting timeline right there. Elysium leads to the Jetsons.
That's for things that I don't think we'll ever see in our lifetime, or is it just in general?
Yeah, I said our lifetime, for example.
A meaningful, well-written song by Justin Bieber.
Okay, there you go. You don't think I'll have a Justin Timberlake style comeback?
No.
I would agree with you. I don't think he's got the talent or the chops to pull that off.
He'll repeat the same chorus over and over again, maybe one verse.
What about...
it'll be terrible. It'll be,
It will be bad.
marketed to only 16-year-old girls. And
he's not even fooling 16-year-old girls anymore. Like, his fan base is dropping like flies. But anyways, what was I gonna say? What about a woman president? You think you see that? I think.
Well, I was honestly gonna say that.
Yeah.
But seeing as how I've put out several other
misogynistic
sort of things, I was gonna take it easy, let them kind of relax.
Hey, but you can answer with yes.
I felt that needed an explanation of why I didn't say it.
Okay.
Because it seems like something I would say.
Okay, go on. Well, yeah.
But no, I don't think there will ever be one.
I do. I personally think it might happen sooner rather than later. I think.
You know why I don't think there will be one?
Because of
too many women that believe they rely on men.
Oh, yeah. And not enough women that realize that we don't mean shit and they can be just fine on their own.
Yes.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, actually. I guess, I would argue 20 years ago they never thought there'd be a black president, and there is, so...
20? I would argue 3.
I
would argue 1.
Obama's been in office longer than 3 years.
Yeah, no one thought he was going to get reelected either.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I don't know if it's going to be...
he doesn't count. He's half.
Hillary Clinton, some people are...
Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Some people are looking at her for running for election after Obama's done.
Well, she ran against Obama. They're the same party.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but some people are thinking she might stand a chance this next round.
Well, some people are stupid.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know jack shit about American politics nor Clinton's personal politics, but as far as like Canada, prime ministers
never bitch slapping Bill and kicking him to the curb was the worst political career decision she could have made. If she had went and stood on her own and shown that she's a strong, independent woman at that point, I think it would have changed the eyes of a lot of male and female voters.
If she would have just dropped Clinton like a bad habit after that.
Welcome to CNN.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been interesting. It's just like Bill Clinton accused of cheating with Monica Lewinsky. Hillary slaps his ass saying, quoted saying, I don't play that shit. Something like that. It's like, you running around with tramp ass hoes in the White House, I'm out. Oh, that'd
Even
be
if
great.
she like shotgun blasted him or something, Cheney style, where it was like a hunting trip accident, so you get away with it.
Hunting trip accident, air quotations. I'd think we will see a female president, or maybe if not president of the United States, other more progressive countries around the world will probably make the first steps into that.
Well, you mean like the Queen of England?
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah, I know, but like. I mean, a prime minister, a female prime minister. The monarchy is weird. I still, to this day, don't quite understand what their actual power and duty is. Placeholding of sorts. Yeah, I don't really understand what they do.
Well, I'm pretty sure, mind you, I'm not British, but I'm pretty sure they still have, it's pretty much, the prime minister makes, whatever, same idea here in Canada. But I'm pretty sure after that, it's anything they want, they can pretty much just do almost like, no, you're wrong, we'll do it this way.
Oh, yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Because I always thought that when I was younger, learning about...
I don't know much about the royal family.
No, I don't know much about the Brits either. But I always thought that was weird when I was growing up. I'm like, so they have a prime minister and a queen? So who's in charge? These guys just bicker back and forth? I don't know. Monarchies are weird. They seem a little bit prehistoric to me. But hey, what are you going to do? I think more and more countries around the world will start seeing, female prime ministers, definitely, obviously.
There's got to have been at least one somewhere in some time, I would assume.
Oh, of course. I'm just,
not like a weird, whatever they have, president or...
Yeah, I'm just I guarantee there is one. I'm just kind of blanking on who that would be. But anywho, we can, anything else you won't see? You think we'll see aliens?
No, there's no such thing as aliens.
Oh, come on, there's such things.
There's such a thing as aliens. I can't remember who it was that said it, but it made perfect sense to me. Why, with such a vast knowledge of the universe, such a more advanced schematic and view of life and what it means to be alive in existence, do you really think they would spend the time to come here?
Well, I agree with that sentence 100%, but I'm saying
what the hell are these things?
There is aliens. Like
banging each other, like shooting things. And
they'd be, like, if they were advanced enough to make it here, they'd be disgusted with us 100%. Just like George Carlin said, he's like, the first, you see a girl throw her newborn baby in a dumpster, a friggin' husband beats her wife, all the awful shit we see in Earth. Can't you just tell how eager they are to get here?
It'd be like in South Park. We would not be allowed into the intergalactic
because we're
party.
Yeah, well, that's how it went in Star Trek as well, because in the old school Star Trek, the Vulcans discovered Earth like in the early 1900s, but they just chose not to make contact with us because they didn't think we were advanced enough, and that's likely if aliens
probably right.
If aliens are aware of our presence, it's probably something like that. It's just like, hey Zorklax, hey, what up? See these guys over here? Oh, an interesting culture. They seem to do a lot with a little. Yeah, kind of, but they're just killing each other in large numbers and fornicating rapidly and overproducing and overpopulating their planet. Oh, okay. Well, we'll give them a few thousand years and we'll come back see if they're a little advanced. I think that's what aliens would do. Where will they come here? Will they invade? Will they be like, I don't really see that happening in my lifetime. I would love some proof of aliens, just, something crazy to happen. I just want to see some shit before I die, basically. As far-fetched as some of that shit may be. But, yeah. So, aliens, amongst other things, I think will never really be never really be seen. Would you like a would you rather?
Sure.
That one's too weird.
Too weird? It's never too weird. But it can get weirder.
Here we go. Would you rather smell like farts for the rest of your life or get
Nice.
sprayed by a skunk once a month for the rest of your life?
Isn't that essentially the same thing?
Similar. You can probably get rid of the skunk smell in between the monthly sprays.
Ah.
But the farts, you would just always have that linger of butt around you. And I think the smell of farts would be less, pungent than the skunk. But it would always be there. The skunk, you could probably, buy a lifetime supply of tomato juice and, probably make something work. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, just by that.
I'd pick the skunk.
I think I have to go with the skunk because of the lingering.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just don't want to smell. I don't want to smell like fart all the time.
Did you have to? Did you have to let that linger? That's not the actual words of the song.
Oh no, I know. Did we do the container of butter or a jar of maple syrup last time? That sounds familiar.
Not that I know of, but I'd probably eat both if that's where you're going with it.
Yeah, would you rather...
I would put the maple syrup on the butter.
Just eat them both.
Just dive into it.
Oh, man, you could feel your arteries clogging.
Dive into it like Honey Boo Boo at Golden Corral.
Yeah, right in there. Would you rather eat a container of butter or drink an entire thing of maple syrup? I'd pick the maple syrup, probably.
I've done the maple syrup.
I was gonna say I think I could get through the maple syrup.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to eat an entire thing of butter. Like, how big is this stick? Or are we talking margarine? Are we going tub or stick?
Let's go. Let's go tub of margarine.
Yeah, tub margarine. There's not a chance in hell.
No, that'd be
all the hydrogenated oils and no, it's impossible. But a stick of butter. If we're talking a half-pound stick, I could probably eat a half-pound stick of butter.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, put some maple syrup on it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Put some, a little maple syrup on your butter and wash it right down.
Or dip it in cheese.
Butter cheese, the future of cuisine. All right, here's one more. Would you rather? Would you rather be killed by Jason from Friday the 13th or Ghostface from Scream? Both are likely just gonna stab the fuck out of you.
But no matter what, you're getting killed.
Yes.
Then I'm going Jason because he's more supernatural. If you get killed by Ghostface, you're just a pussy.
Yeah. Well, you just
Ghostface is just some dude in a mask, or essentially two dudes in a mask.
Yeah, and he's just stabbing you over and over and over again, right? I feel like there's a better chance with Jason to just end it quickly.
Yeah.
Where all the kills I can remember from the Scream series are just like
a
whole bunch of stabs with a butcher's knife, I mean, Jason does use a machete, which is known for being a blunt hacking instrument, not exactly surgical.
Well, he cuts people in half, cuts limbs off.
Yeah. Oh, he does. Yeah, I think I'd go with Jason here.
It'd be a lot quicker too.
Hopefully, that's what I'm saying.
With what's his face, with Ghostface, it seems like you bleed out.
Yeah, I don't want to be the guy in the sleeping bag swung against the tree though. That would suck. There's a few deaths.
It was a chick, but
yeah, you're right. There's a few deaths in the Friday the 13th franchise that are a little bit on the brutal side. But
I want to die by getting hit with the electric guitar. That would be a funny death.
There you go. You'd at least make the news.
If you'd like to look up what I'm referencing, it would be Friday the 13th, number 8. Jason Takes Manhattan.
Is it actually?
Yes, it's Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh, jeez.
The reason I've always
Muppets
loved that
do
one
Manhattan
exactly is because of Muppets Take Manhattan. That's the greatest thing ever.
Which one came first? Muppets?
Oh, no, I believe Jason did. Actually, you know what? They might have been right around the same time.
Oh, no. That's hilarious.
Because Jason Takes Manhattan was the last one before Jason Goes to Hell.
That's funny. That's really funny. I like that.
I think. I could be fucking way off on that. I think there's like a Jason 9. Or Friday 13th 9, sorry.
What are you going to do?
Speaking of which, we got Friday 13th coming up.
We do. Yeah.
Next week will be Friday 13th, and it's a full moon.
And it's a full moon. That only happens once a year, if that.
I'm claiming we have a purge party.
A purge party, 24-hour murder fest.
Yeah. It's not going to be legal. We'll just go do it.
It'll just be a lot of murder.
How about that? If the purge could be a real possibility, would you want it? One day, all crimes legal. 24 hours.
I wish it was just murder was legal, because I don't know. There's a few people I'd want to kill, not going to lie, on the kill list, but it's the whole, just massive gang beatings and rape and pillage and arson that would be going on that I would be scared of. That's the scary part of being out there.
Yes, you're essentially living in a third world country.
Yeah, exactly. But the whole idea of population control by murder, that's, there's something interesting about that. I think I would want it to happen at least once so I could experience it. I think it would be a hell of an experience. Here's another question. Would you be out on the streets and acting out your murderous fantasies, or would you be locking it down and holding down for the night?
Oh, I would have been like the neighbors. I would have had a carefully mapped out plan from the year before it happened, so I knew exactly what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'd catch them right at the end and say, but we want to kill you.
So we're going to. That's interesting. Yeah, I like that.
But I wouldn't let that guy in my house.
No. I thought that was the most interesting concept for a horror-ish kind of film.
The second one to me looks even better.
Yeah, probably. Weird horror films like that seem to get better with sequels.
The second one
sometimes.
seems to take place out in the street, and that's it.
That's what I'm hoping for, because the first one was like a budget piece and took place only in the house.
And it has Buddy that plays Crossbones in the new Captain America,
Let's find one more Would You Rather, and maybe one more longer question before we wrap her up. Good old episode 2 of
Wrap her up. Always remember to do that.
Always remember to do that.
Oh, sorry, you weren't talking about that.
No.
All right.
No,
I thought we were giving,
wrap
sexual
her up.
advice.
Yeah, sure. From us.
Always use contraceptives. Or you might have children that end up like me.
Would you rather attend the royal wedding or the Olympic Games?
Olympic Games?
Hands down.
Who the hell wants to go to the royal wedding?
Next. Would you rather be a genius in a world of unintelligent people or be unintelligent in a world of genius?
I thought that was already a reality.
Oh, you're right. Next. Here's an interesting one. Would you rather only speak in ebonics, which is kind of like street slang, if you will, or would you rather understand no slang whatsoever? There's an interesting. When people say, "Yo, what up, man? How's that swag going?" Blah blah blah, dumb shit that people always say.
Why does he have to be black?
He doesn't. He doesn't. Don't you put words in my mouth. But yeah, but just imagine someone saying that kind of stuff, and it essentially being French to you. You just have no idea what they're saying.
Well, half the time it already is. So
yeah, I was gonna say that's a sign of me getting old. There's one thing that all the stupid kids are saying. It's not swag.
YOLO.
It's not YOLO. I know.
I hate that shit.
YOLO's dumb too, but it's like bae. Something about like calling your babe bae. It's like that's the bae. I don't know. It's weird. You damn children. You damn youth on the internet. You're weird people.
Oh, that makes so many things I heard on the radio make way more sense.
Oh yeah. Have you heard of this phenomenon?
Yeah, the Childish Gambino and his song says, "You see me, bae?
Yeah.
You see me, bae?"
Maybe
I thought he was just being retarded, but clearly this is apparently some sort of
it's a thing.
Analogy for women?
Yeah, I think it's babe or baby, just shortened because for some reason.
You really needed to shorten
a four-letter word. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's one I don't get. So I'd rather probably speak only in ebonics because at least that would be funny.
The only abbreviation needed is FUPA.
Yeah, there you go. And at least with speaking only ebonics, there's definitely parts of North America I could go and fit in rather well.
Yes, yeah.
Where understanding no slang is it's just going to make things weird.
Across the board, too.
Yeah, just across the board, you just don't understand.
Because that means you wouldn't understand any text speech.
Yeah, text speech or leet speak or internet talk.
What is leet speak?
Internet jargon.
Oh, okay.
Leet speak is like...
noob.
Yeah, but you using zeros.
Troll.
Zeros as the O's
okay.
and dumb shit like that.
I don't know much about the internet lingo.
Oh my god. Can we do one more?
Yeah, we can.
I found an interesting one. Would you rather have 17 testicles or one testicle the size of a coconut?
Very interesting.
Wow.
Now,
If you guys want to play along next time, this is yourather.com we're getting these from, and they are just a wealth of information.
So, with the 17 testicle sack,
I'm thinking
is it looking somewhat like an egg sack from perhaps a spider?
Oh god, this is weird to think about.
Or is
yeah,
it looking like
imagine.
a bag that they would have the soccer balls and footballs in from gym class? You got a sack of marbles?
A sack of marbles.
Sack of soccer balls and basketballs and such.
I'm essentially, we're thinking they're normal size.
Or a bundle of grapes, perhaps?
Normal size, yeah, there we go. Bundle of grapes, because they'd be normal sized testicles, just 17 of them. Or one the size of a coconut. Coconut is yay. Google a picture of a coconut at home, kids. That's yay big. You really want that between your legs 24 hours a day? I
think I'd rather that than 17.
Yeah, maybe you're right, because that's on a, like, even, I don't know.
I feel like 17 regular sized testicles would amass, to create a
bigger than the coconut, right?
Bigger space in the coconut.
And I'm going to get a little bit gross and guy stuff talk here, but having two of them, the way they shift and move, that's already uncomfortable. 17? Just all mushing about.
It'd be like ball bearings rolling around each other.
Yeah, that'd just be awful. I'm going to go with the one with the coconut, because at least then I could join a freak show. And
put the lime in the coconut.
I'd pick the coconut size, because at least then
that would make that song much funnier.
Yeah. I mean, either way, you have a career, doing freak show stuff on the internet.
That's
so
true.
There you go. All right. I think, should we leave that as the last Would You Rather?
Sure. If you
Maybe wrap up after one more question. Let's see.
This is a very interesting dragon cup.
It is. My cousin got me that from, what Asian country? I think
I'm going to go ahead and say China.
I want to say China, but it might have been Thailand. I'm not sure. Let's find one more question. We did the if you could turn in... Oh, no, we didn't. All right, here we go. Another classic, superhero kind of related. If you could turn invisible, what's the first thing you'd do?
If I could turn invisible...
Yeah, that's
a tough question. There's so many possibilities, so many fun ideas run through my head when I think of being invisible.
Oh yeah, the initial thought is just pure and utter greed. You'd steal a lot of stuff, turning invisible.
I'd make people think I'm a ghost.
That was my second, is just trolling on a massive scale.
Or I'd Patrick Swayze style throw people out of windows.
What do you mean, not do pottery with your lady friend?
No, just the part where he pushes Buddy.
Oh yeah. I think the trolling people, like people alone in an elevator or something, just like, don't go to the 13th floor. Just like whisper that in their ear, and they're just like, what? Where did that go? You could have a lot of fun doing that, actually.
Yeah, I'd just pop in and be like, buy double bubble.
Yeah. Don't get the Pop-Tarts. You don't need them. Just awful things like that. People in Walmart.
Curves.
Yeah, and saying awful things to people in McDonald's lines. Just like, you really need that Big Mac, bro? You're really going to get a double Big Mac. That's twice the amount of Big Mac that normal people get. You're really just going to eat that right now?
I'd get people to start fights. I'd stand on the one side of the
room
and
yeah,
be like, hey, dick.
Yeah,
and then when the other guy comes around, I'd go from the other side and be like, yo, fuck you, buddy.
Yeah, you can start some massive...
Hey, buddy.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's a good one, but I feel that's like a common question that the answers are
I would definitely steal money, too.
Oh, yeah.
I'd be going to the banks. But then the question is, if you're invisible, can you touch things? Or do you just simply phase through solid objects?
That's a good question, too. Because if you can touch stuff, you can fuck with people even more. But if you can
throw them out of windows.
Yes, but
if you can... like a suicide.
If you can phase through objects, you can get into a lot more cool places. However, you couldn't steal anything because you couldn't pick it up.
Exactly.
So,
You'd almost have the Patrick Swayze conundrum.
Yes. Various Swayzeisms, if you will.
I can't kick the can.
Swayzeisms.
Roadhouse. Speaking of Swayzeisms, I saw a hilarious episode of Bad Ink earlier today.
Bad Ink.
There was two college friends who had a competition to see who could get the more crazy, worse tattoo. Like
Oh,
just
no.
a stupid tattoo.
Oh, no.
So the one guy ended up getting like a smiling cat on his thigh, is what he had originally, and the other guy just had a Patrick Swayze portrait from Roadhouse with his arms crossed. So hands down, Patrick Swayze already wins. So they go into these two guys not to get them fixed, to make them worse.
Oh, really?
Because they couldn't decide who won. So
Really?
the one guy with the cat ends up getting it turned into a kitty tiger shark. So it's the head of a cat on the body of a shark, striped like a tiger,
What?
with a tattoo on the fin. Whereas the other guy, all he had his Swayze, and then underwards he had a word ribbon that said "guarding the back door."
That
To me, one of the most ingenious tattoos you could ever
That
possibly
might be
get.
one of the funniest, coolest tattoos I've ever seen or heard of in my life.
And I mean, who wouldn't want Swayze, God rest his soul, guarding the back door?
Yeah.
No one's getting in that back door.
Oh, no.
Roadhouse.
You're getting fucking spin kicked, bro.
Roadhouse.
All right, one more question. What is one thing you do that really annoys people?
Speak.
There you go. An example is try to tell better stories, can never be on time, chew with mouth open, etc., etc.
I'm an excessive masturbator.
Oh, and does this annoy the people around you?
It probably annoys my girlfriend.
Probably. You don't stop to ask.
No.
Okay. Hold on, honey. Hold on. Just go away. This is
I'm
quiet.
just kidding. No, I'm not.
Go away. This is
It's
quiet time.
unfortunate.
Go away. This is quiet time.
It burns, but it's so good.
I'm not the most timely of people. That's definitely one thing I do that
I would
pisses
agree with you.
people. I know. Well, what's that? You've had to rely on me before. I'm pretty bad at returning text messages sometimes. I'd arguably say one of the worst. I know. I'd say those two things are the only things that really jump to mind as like glaring flaws in my personality. I'm not always on time, and I'm shit at returning text messages.
Yeah, for myself, I'd say it's that I'm very aggressively opinionated.
Mm-hmm.
And I often, what's the word I'm looking for here? Oh, don't give a shit what anyone thinks about what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I will express my opinions
Yeah.
to those who very clearly do not want to hear them.
Yeah, okay. I know what you mean. You got a pocket full of fucks and you're keeping them all to yourself.
Exactly.
You don't give none. Give none out. Yeah, those.
That
yeah.
seems to bother people.
It does. It does. But not me, that's for sure. I'm though arguably less so, but I'm definitely a believer in the I don't give a shit faith. I'm a laid back kind of fella. You're not really. It's going to take a lot to get under my skin. And the things that do get under my skin are, arguably dumb. Like, don't talk in my movie theaters when I'm going to a movie. I will want to just, like, squeeze your friggin' eyeballs into your head.
Yes, I also have a low tolerance for stupidity, yet I'm somewhat stupid myself.
Well, there you go. That's an interesting one.
Especially when I fight with myself.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll often find that I give myself trouble or try to start some sort of physical exchange
Yes.
with myself.
You get yourself into pickles, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. That,
Like, how dare you? You son of a bitch. Well, fuck you too, then.
yeah. That's a good one. I think we're going to wrap up the long form questions. But let's find one more kind of goofy would you rather. Okay, we'll do this one second last because it's quick. Would you rather have the first name refrigerator or the last name dishwasher?
Oh, refrigerator.
Yeah, refrigerator young.
Oh, yeah.
I think I want my last name to be dishwasher because then I'm Mr. Dishwasher. Or potentially Dr.
That
Dishwasher.
sounds very demeaning.
Mr. Dishwasher?
Yeah.
Well, I could ask the dishwashers that work at my restaurant how they feel about being called dishwashers, but...
Yo, dish bitch.
Yeah, I used to get called Dish Monkey. That was a popular one. I'd just come online with all the clean pans and just, like, drop them in a heap. Just be like, here, fucking sort them yourself. I'm out. All right, one more. One more from the depths of... there's the testicle question again. Jesus.
From the depths of testicles comes a bold and a brilliant sort of question. Yes? No? We're still looking? Okay.
It was poetic. Okay, would you rather lose your genitalia or your dominant hand?
My dominant hand.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, That's a tougher one for me because I love using my hands for stuff.
That has to do with your genitalia or just in general?
Not always, no, but like drawing, typing, making, cooking, I do all that crap with my hands, not my penis. So.
Good point.
But then again, if I lose my dominant hand, that's kind of my money maker. But then if I lose my genitalia, that's also my money maker. Hey, ladies. No, I'm kidding.
Coming up to the stage, Jacoby.
He's got no right hand, but the cock of a god. There we go. Damn.
The one-armed man who has 3 legs.
But here's a question: if it's like, say, painless genitalia removal, does all my like sexual desire go out the window? Because I could get a lot of stuff done. I could probably get a PhD in a couple.
That is true.
I'd probably get a PhD in a couple of years if I'm not always, distracted.
You would have lots of time for
by my idiotic hormones. Yeah, no kidding. So much more time for activities. I could get good at chess. I could finally finish that puzzle I've been working on. I get a lot done. That's interesting.
I think I'm still gonna go with my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather lose my hand, my dominant hand. Not to mention, then I can reenact the scene from Star Wars over and over and over again.
No.
And I'd put a hook on it.
Yeah, of course. There's a question. Would you go for the hook, or would you go for like the fake,
fuck
the fake
a prosthetic.
hand?
I'm getting a hook.
Yeah.
I'm Captain Hook in this shit.
Oh yeah.
You can open cans with it. You don't even need to use your can opener. You get a can of beans, you jam her in and tear her up, and you can just eat it right from the can.
When I was younger, my dad had a friend who lost both his arms in a childhood accident, and he had 2 prosthetic arms, but on the end was like this hybrid clip hook thing. Like it was a hook, but it also functioned as claws of some sort.
Essentially, he had lobster claws.
Yeah, of sorts. And I've seen it, and he was able to do an awful lot with just those. Like,
lobster claws.
Lobster claws. No offense to any paraplegics out there, but yeah, like this is the guy I saw. He almost beat me at Mortal Kombat using his feet one time on PlayStation 2.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like, you ever seen a guy with no arms play video games? I'm like, no, but can I?
and then after that, I'd be like, will you mind wiping down my controller that you just touched with your feet, you sick bastard?
No kidding. But I hope he kept his feet fairly clean. He fucking did everything with them.
I guess if you're using them for eating and stuff, it's essentially the same as your hands.
Oh yeah, he could put on a shirt with his feet when he sat down. It was crazy.
How the hell does that work?
You sit down and like you kind of like
essentially
that.
You tumble into your shirt.
Yeah, of sorts. It was impressive. Like he lost his arms when he was very young, so he's been at this.
Learn to adapt.
Yes, no kidding. Adapt or become extinct.
Would you rather have no arms or no legs?
No legs.
Really? You'd rather not have any mobility.
And still be able to use my arms?
Yep.
100%. I can still make money with my arms. I can still
make money with my legs. I'll do a dance.
Yeah.
I could become a dancer.
A dancer, line dance, stomp.
I could become
Michael Flatley, river dancing.
I could become a raft for people to come across to the States from Cuba.
That's true. Yep.
I could become a log in the Scottish Games.
Scarecrow. Yep.
Yeah, I could be a scarecrow.
You'd be... What else? You could just strap sleeves to yourself and be like one of those giant inflatable tube men, but a person. I would be interested. There's got to be a demand for that kind of thing, right?
I think that's what I'd do if we went back to the 4-meter arms. I'd be a wacky inflatable arm flailing tube man.
But an actual human.
But an actual human.
Imagine seeing that on the side of the road, just 4-meter arms doing this. Like, that'd be so creepy.
Yes, a wacky non-inflatable arm flailing human.
Yeah, nice. I would have screwed up saying that. Okay, wild arm flailing man. All right, one more of a interesting variety. Let's see. Would you rather be barefoot the rest of your life or wear Crocs the rest of your life?
Yeah, I'm gonna go barefoot.
Crocs are awful.
I'd rather have no feet than wear Crocs the rest of my life.
Crocs are, for any of you out there who don't know what Crocs are, Google that shit. They were a huge fad in the mid to late 2000s, and they're basically foam-pressed shoes. Like, they're sandals made out of this shitty foam material that just, like, absorbs sweat and disgusting shit. They're awful. They're just uncomfortable and dumb. So, yeah, I'm going to go with, I'm going to, rock no shoes like a hobbit the rest of my life. Would you rather, one last one, well, we might have to get introspective on this motherfucker. Would you rather jump forward 10 years or go back 10 years? If you, from today, you had to go forward 10 years or back 10 years, which would you pick?
Go back. Because if you go forward, no matter what you get a glimpse at, you can't change.
It's true. It doesn't say whether you get to stay there
That's
or...
right.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. So if you... sorry, I thought it meant jump there, and that's your...
Yeah, we'll go with that. Just a jump. You get to return, but you'd rather go...
I'd rather go past then, because then you can change things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can save her.
I don't want your future. Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I never thought... Initially, I was going to go with the future just because I'm always curious to see...
I mean, they always go back to the future.
Yeah. Well, we could go back to the future. No, I'm always curious in like future tech and developments and that kind of stuff, so it'd be cool to see that. I'm curious to see what video games were and what movies we're playing 10 years, or yeah, what video games we're playing and what movies we're watching 10 years from now. I'm always curious to stuff like that, but the idea of changing the past is just rather obvious. So 10 years ago today was the year 2004. I don't even remember, couldn't tell you what happened in the year 2004, but chances are you could change something to, even if you happen to remember some famous sports scores or something,
yep.
You'd probably make some serious dinero. Yeah, I'd have to go back just because of, we've been talking a lot about time travel today, so I'd have to go back to change the future. Because I don't want your suffering. Don't want your future. James McAvoy. Yeah, so is that it? Shall we wrap it?
I think that about does it. Yeah.
That's coming in at just over an hour, so if you're still listening to this all this time later, we thank you. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to either of our channels. My name is the Habitual Pixel. I do gaming, I do podcast, I do random shorts, I do dumb shit on the internet, basically. This included. You can check me out at youtube.com/habitualpixels. And this is my buddy, Big Nasty Films. He's going to explain what he does and where you can find him.
I do original shorts, often film reviews, and coming soon, comic book film comparisons, as well as fun with guns.
That's right.
You can find me at youtube.com/bignastyfilms.
Yes, and that is all for episode 2 of the Underachievers Podcast. If you like what we're doing, let us know, because this is probably the funnest podcast we've done, just because it's like so unstructured and we just ramble on. But yeah, ramble on. If you like what we do, let us know, and we will see you guys hopefully soon for the next episode of the Underachievers Podcast, as well as many more reviews and videos coming your way. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Peace.